podcast is where, for my own journey, it's the other big piece of life.
Yes.
Is one, sharing conversations and communicating is so important, and it cannot be missed. And so being able to have the opportunity to have amazing guests on the show to talk about, hey, how have you created some of your goals? When did you start really becoming focused on creating goals? And what were some of the failures that you had that you learned from, that continued to grow from, that got you to where you're at now? And then what is your vision? What is the legacy you want to live? What are your current goals that you have? For me, I'm a visionary. I am a dreamer. I'm a Pisces. I have no problems using the imagination of my mind, thinking about things that I want to experience or things that I want to have. I mean, I can, I was thinking about earlier this morning, is like, I was listening to Neville Goddard, actually. It was my first time just hearing him yesterday, of all things. And I'm like already in love with just listening to some of his stuff. But he was talking about imagination. And it took me back to a few years ago when I had called a restaurant to order a breakfast. I was ordering an acai bowl. And I'm ordering it. And I literally I know my phone's over here, and I hear in this ear over here, they're going to pay for your bowl today. And I finished making my order. I walked across the street to grab my bowl. Literally, the manager almost runs over to me, hugs me, and whispers in my ear over here, "I'd like to buy your bowl today." I'm like, I look at her and I just kind of laugh. I'm like, I literally just had that thought. So it's like setting that intention, but you have to be still enough to be able to listen to that. And so I think sharing stories and being able to understand we're all human and we all make mistakes and we all have a story to share. We all have our own uniqueness, but it also provides this feeling of being connected. And again, on that, what I noticed in 2009, 2010 during the economy crash is living here in Arizona and Phoenix, I would drive around, I'd see so many businesses that had closed. But the one thing that I noticed that really struck out to me is good restaurants would be packed. And I'm like, why is that? And people love connection. They love to be able to they need to be able to be connected, to feel connected, to experience relationship, to experience laughter and love. And sometimes that's with a drink, sometimes it's not with a drink, sometimes it's over amazing food. But we all need that connection and that sharing. And being able to experience and do the podcast is a great way to be able to do that. But to end that point was, one of the things we noticed when we did the test was, people have a hard time dreaming.
Yes.
Because I think part of it is not wanting to be let down, that's not going to happen, or the lack of, I'm not good enough to have that happen, or I don't deserve that, or whatever the subconscious.
Right. Yeah.
And so I was surprised by that, because when we did the beta test and I had people write down, what are 10 experiences or bucket list items that you would like to have? That was the most challenging for people to fill out. And I found that kind of fascinating.
Because they don't always allow themselves to go there,
right? To dream.
That's right.
And so that's one of the things I'm excited about bringing to the podcast, to be able to have people hear about some different experiences that people have had that have been amazing. Yeah. To kind of start to spark some ideas I'd like to experience that. Even if it's as simple as having tulips on your table every day.
Yeah, but look at, even just sitting here, for sure you manifested this. There's a lot of people that could sit and say, I want to have a show, I want to have a podcast. You are launching an app. Clearly there's a lot of intention to your manifestation here. It's powerful when you step back and look at it.